Hello, everybody. This is Vanessa Horn. Welcome to our live cast training today. This is part 2 of our Facebook training. How do you present yourself and market yourself and post on Facebook in such a way that you have people private messaging to work with you? Welcome. It's my honor to have you. I want to make sure and just do a little check-in. If you will, post below. Just say hi. Tell me that you're here and what country you might be visiting from. And just post it down in the comments and just confirm that you can hear me. I want to make sure with our beautiful technology here of Hangouts that you can hear me clearly. All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started because this is part 2. Yesterday we did part 1 and I continued on without you guys. Google Hangout dropped us off. But I want you to pay attention because there's some things that I'm doing intentionally that are part of today's training. And that is one, I am doing this video Google Hangout for you because I'm going to show you how you could utilize this tool and optimize the top 3 social media networks that exist: Facebook, YouTube, and Google+. So you're going to be able to, from one action, hit all 3 platforms, and you're witnessing it live right here. I'm doing this Google Hangout because I want to share with you too is the fact that some of you don't know me. You may have worked with me in the past, you may have been exposed to my trainings, and some of you have for the first time are seeing me here live. And so I want you to post in the comments below whether or not you came across me, Vanessa Horn, on Facebook, if somehow or another, whether it was through an ad or through one of my posts or through a friend sharing a post, if you're here today because of Facebook. So put that in the comments below. Say, yes, Vanessa, I know you from Facebook. Or if there's another way you know me, put that on there. But I want to demonstrate. I'm doing this live for you because Facebook and right here, Google Hangouts are 2 tools I'm going to show you. So what we're doing is we're going to complete part 2 of this training, and I'm going to take you straight into the slides because I'm going to have to do a brief review of what we went over yesterday and then dive into the strategies. I want to give you as much information as I can and these power-packed tools that you can implement right away to get results. I want to tell you that it was this time of year, just a couple of years ago, that I was in a company that I'd made the choice that I was going to go to the top. And I said, I want to earn the trip. That was an incentive that the company offered at the time. I said, I want to be on that chairman's council because you had to be a particular rank in order to even be invited. And I said, I looked at my volume, and at the time it was like 20-some thousand in volume in one leg and blown out on the other. And so I had to double the volume in the one leg in order to achieve that goal. So we're looking at, it was November. The middle of November, I made this goal that I was going to double my volume. And I know that there are some of you today that are looking at the remaining 90 days of this year and you have some big goals. And it's my goal to give you some power-packed tools that you can start seeing results within the next few days. And you can certainly create a wave of momentum to help you hit those goals by the end of the year. Because what I ended up doing to hit those goals myself was utilizing Facebook, and it ended up being a huge success and something that you can put into the hands of your team members and have them duplicate as well. Now, I'm intentionally starting this video by you seeing me, by you being able to see me live, by you being able to look in my eyes. You may not know me, and so this gives you a chance to establish what is that know, like, and trust that I know is so important in this industry, and that I'm going to show you how to get over any of those challenges that might exist so that you can really create results and that you can not only have friends and family that you can talk to about your opportunity, but how can you take people who have never met you before and let them become friends and family because you're establishing that know, like, and trust through social media, through the tools that we have online. It's absolutely possible. So let's go on over to the slides. I'm going to go ahead and take this over into our slide presentation. So give me one sec, and I'm going to switch this. Let's see here. Here we go. All right, so welcome. Welcome to part 2 of Facebook marketing strategies. We are going to cover 3 proven strategies to authentically represent yourself on Facebook and attract more of your ideal prospects, private messaging to work with you. Now, we covered one of these already yesterday, and so I'm going to cover the other 2 today. What you're going to walk away with is a step-by-step Facebook strategy designed to help you get results within days. I want to share with you how to position yourself within the industry to stand out from the competition and actually have more leads and business builders pursuing you. And lastly, a consistent strategy that you can create leads whenever you want. Leads, leads, leads. This is the number one thing that I hear people in the network marketing industry say that they need more of. Who else do I talk to? But more importantly, how do I attract those individuals that are going to be leaders and help create momentum as effectively as possible? So I'm going to show you that. Now, you're in the right place if your family and your values are your priority and you're interested in learning how to build a profitable business in network marketing from a place of honor. And you care about not only being wildly profitable, but building something that's sustainable, that lasts the test of time without burning out. Now, yesterday I went into my story. I'm not going to go into that again today, but I share with you how I got to the top in this industry. I've now been to the top in 2 companies, hit the top compensation plan level in record time. Second time did it to number 2 income earner, and how burning out was not something that was sustainable. And so it was through that experience that I was committed to doing business differently, and now I'm committed as a consultant and a coach to industry at large to work with distributors across any company that they may be in to elevate what this industry can be about. Let's do this in a way that's honoring ourselves, that's honoring others, and honoring a process that actually works. So that's what I'll be walking you through today. Now, I want you to ask yourself, are you the kind of person who can handle someone telling you the truth and being 100% real? Because that is the foundation of Profit with Honor, is that we're bringing authenticity, we're bringing realness of who we really are into this industry, and we're elevating entirely what this industry can be, because we're missing out on a lot of the prestige that we could experience as an industry because people are doing it wrong. I get messages every single day. I see posts every single day on Facebook. I see people doing this every single day, and they're doing it in such a way that's no wonder people are saying, oh my gosh, they're in one of those things. It's completely spamming and taking over their wall. Now, the other thing that I see a lot in the industry is that you look like everyone else. I'm sorry, but if you're posting the same things that everybody else in your company is posting, how do I know what makes you different? What makes you unique? The bottom line is that people join people in the network marketing industry. It is so critical that for you to stand out from the noise that's in the industry, that you're really bringing your personality, you're bringing yourself authentically, and you're bringing your message in a big way onto this platform that we have accessible to us to build success. And so let's just go over a review of what we went over yesterday. What we talked about was, in order for you to stand out, in order for you not to blend in like everybody else, you must brand yourself. You must brand yourself. And we talked about why Facebook is the #1 social media platform for doing that. It is more than double second place, which is Google+. Now, the thing about why I'm demonstrating this training today on a Google Hangout is because, one, I showed you, you guys got to see me. You got to see my face. You got to see my eyeballs and know, who is this woman? How do I know that I can trust what she has to say? What is her story? What does she have to offer me? And so that's why I started with that. It was super intentional because I want to show you guys how to utilize that. Secondly, everything that you do on a Google Hangout gets recorded on YouTube, which is the second largest searchable engine that exists. Google is number one, YouTube is number two. And so this is automatically creating a video that will be posted in YouTube. Now it's up to me whether or not I keep it private. And so I'll turn this off because I want to reward those of you who are here today. And this is also then going into Google Plus, because Google Plus is a one that is combined with YouTube and Google Hangouts, and it's all one platform. So from one action, I took care of two things, or three things: the Google Plus, the Hangout, and the YouTube. Now, the other thing we talked about with branding is we talked about what the number one mistake that network marketers are making is that they're not branding themselves on Facebook when it comes to their about section. Now, I went over the guidelines for what to do on your personal page and how to link this area, this about section right here. Look at your Facebook not the way that you might see it, but look at it from what the public view looks like, and that'll show you so many of you that I see on Facebook that have become my friends. I mean, I'm maxed out right now at 5,000, but so many of you have reached out, and I'm well connected in this industry to see what is happening. And your about section is linked to your company. Now, that's wonderful because you're giving branding to the company, but if I've already heard about that company, all you're doing is validating that company, and I still don't know what's unique about you. So I talked about what to do to link it to a personal page, how to write this description right here so that it's results oriented, it's transformation oriented, and it gets people saying, whoa, what's going on? So this is what we're going to go into today, is finishing up that conversation. Exactly how are you positioning yourself different from the industry, and how do we draw out those things that make you special? Now, what we're going to go on to today beyond the branding is how to launch yourself effectively on Facebook. How do you represent yourself effectively on Facebook? Lastly, I'm going to show you another endless source of leads, and I want you to be sure to stick around to the very end because I'm going to share with you a secret, a secret, not so secret sales strategy that is having your prospects close themselves without you feeling salesy or pushy and them not feeling like they've been sold to you. This works every single time. It's the number one question that I used when I was building in the field of network marketing, the number one tool that I use with my clients that helps them get their prospects closed, and it works every single time. So what are you branding exactly? We're tapping into what is your purpose. This is what will inspire others and have the right prospects reach out to you because they connect with your story. In your story, in the struggle that you may have experienced in the past, or in the soapbox that you have, that thing that people say, oh, don't get him started on that, don't get her started on that. Embedded in all of that is the most passionate part of who you are and what's going to help you stand out in the market, and around which we will build your message and be intentional about the kinds of posts that we're putting online. I'm going to tell you about the 3 kinds of posts and how to do them strategically. Now, this is the thing, is that inside of this is where I work with my clients to, what is it that if literally this were the last year of your life, what is it that you would have to share with the world? What is it that you've experienced in life that you would have to share and pass on to others? This is us having a chance to do our legacy work now, not later, because our company is a vehicle for the expression of that in the world. And the other thing is that everything that you do, every post, everything that you do to explain what you do in your about section on your Facebook wall is coming from a place of service to others. You're always thinking about, how can I add value to the lives of others? Now, this is exactly where we're going to be coming from on everything that we do on Facebook. And I'm going to show you, how do you have posts, how do you do things in such a way that now you have a flood of people reaching out to you in your private messaging, asking you about your business. They're asking you instead of you constantly feeling like you have to pursue and go find other people. It's such a lovely experience in any kind of business to be able to market through your message to be 100% authentically you, to be 100% coming from a place of service, and see how the market resonates with it. People that you love to do business with reaching out to you to connect and ask you how can they work with you. This works. This is how I build my business now. It's how I built my business in the past. It's how my clients have now implemented these strategies that I've been working with clients over the last year in the Profit with Honor system and showing these step-by-step strategies. And so today I'm holding nothing back and trying to empower you with these tools so you can go and get results right away like my clients have gotten, and I'll show you more about that. Now, here's the thing that I want you to look at with every single prospect that you have. Every prospect that you are listening to what is happening in their life, you're listening for what are they not happy about. This represents what's the pain that they're experiencing. Because if somebody's completely content with their life and they don't really have a desire to change it, your opportunity may not be the right fit for them. Now, sometimes there's maybe some things that they're not openly sharing that are really going on, but that's where our role comes in, where we're putting on the mind of curiosity, of being present for somebody to find out what is not working about their life, and potentially is our company or is our product a solution for that. And so we're listening for what do they want instead. If you come from this listening place and from this perspective with everything that you do, you're going to be looking at how can you offer value and transformation to the lives of others. Now, here's the thing. So many of you in network marketing are spending all this time going into all the details about your company, the owners, the history, the compensation plan, on and on and on and on. I got a Facebook message just this morning, one of my previous clients who said, Vanessa, thank you so much for showing me the Profit with Honor way, because I was with a prospect, and because I could listen to her, I could really see that we had established that she wasn't wanting to change her situation. It wasn't the right fit, and it didn't take me 2 hours of her wanting to get out of my presence for me to establish that, because I was coming from a place of honor from the very beginning. And so we're looking at that. We're looking at how are we helping them get to what they want, but without going into all those details. If somebody doesn't want them, it's like describing the boat in which you're going to get them from Pain Island to Pleasure Island. They don't care what it's made out of. They don't care how you're going to row the oars or what direction the wind is blowing. They just want to know, can you help them? Can you help them? Can they get the goal that they want, whether it's time freedom or whether it's more money or whether it's a community, a team of support of people helping them achieve their goals, or whether it's, everybody has a different why. I would love to hear from you. What was the why that had you join network marketing? Put that in the comments below. Tell me, what was the thing that you were experiencing that made you say, look, I want this out of network marketing? Go ahead and type that into the comments below. I want to see what you guys are saying and have experienced as the reason why. What was your pleasure island that you were hoping to get into network marketing for? Okay, go ahead and type that in there. You see your comments. I see so many of my friends, so many of you guys here from the industry. It's such an honor to have you. What was it? Time freedom. Want to be home with my kids. Additional income for my family. Take the financial stress off. Yes, these are all the different reasons. This was the pleasure island that you wanted to experience in order to get from the pain that you were in, that you are willing to make a change and do something differently. Now, I'm going to go into the 3 different kinds of posts that you're going to put on Facebook and how this goes. This is relevant. This Pain Island to Pleasure Island is relevant. So, written. There's 3 kinds of posts: written, pictures, and video. Written posts. The anatomy of a good post is you always want to share a story. Share a story. This is where you're going to be personal in everything that you're posting. So many of you are forwarding posts, forwarding videos, forwarding things that's everybody else's content in the universe. instead of your own thoughts. And what I want you, if you do share something, share why that spoke to you. Share why that's important to you. And seed, what seed means, it gives you a chance to say that you do have a business, or it gets the chance for you to share that you have a team, or it gives the chance for you to share that you have clients, or it gives the chance for you to share that you have a solution in the story itself without blatantly selling. So many of you are just like blatantly trying to sell on your wall, and I want to ask you, like, how many people are saying, yes, I'm in? It's usually those compelling stories where you've personalized and planted the seed. Now, one of the other things to do in your posts is to share, and then you won't do this in every single one, but be conscious of what is the call to action that you're asking them to take. That just means if you've written a post, like I always will write a story, even if there's a, for instance, this live event that we're doing here, maybe I write a story and then I make an invitation, and that's my call to action. I invite you to this webinar that we'll be doing, or the invitation might be, what about you? Tell me how this has been a factor in your life, or how's this applied in your life? Like, you're engaging them, you're making an invitation for engagement. Or sometimes the call to action is message me. Message me if you would like more information. But because you've shared a story, you seeded effectively, you can make a call to action, and you're going to see the results that come as a result of this. People actually reading your posts, and people subscribing to what you have to say and to post on your Facebook wall. Now, I'm not going to switch over here because of the delay that shows up. I wanted to show you some examples. But the second one is pictures. How can you use pictures? This post right here that I shared on Facebook, where I said, okay, this is my vision board image. I had pulled this image a while back, and I was like, you know what? This is what I'm going to use as my vision, as to just establish my vision of what I anticipated and my intention for 2014, which was message. And then the reality, this was a true picture of what happened when I was in the Philippines last month. I posted this and shared this story and had a call to action at the end of it. This had so much engagement, and actually clients that were created as a result of this single image. Now put the words on there. Put the words on there that allow you to explain what that image is. If it's a photo of you having been somewhere, put it there. And lastly, video. Video is getting more exposure on Facebook than any other kind of post right now. They're rewarding you for doing videos. So capture it imperfectly on your iPhone. Capture it, share a story, seed. Maybe you make your call to action there. But video is a powerful platform. I want to stretch you to, when you're thinking about your brand and your message, that you're creating these posts that are around that message and sharing that vision that you have, why you're doing what you're doing, why you chose your company, and those are going into every single thing that you post on Facebook. That helps you stand out. So here I want to share how some of these things were applicable for some of my clients and some real life case studies. And actually what we're going to be looking at is just their Facebook banner, just one simple switch, and what kind of result it had, and how we incorporated their purpose, their message, their story into it. So here's my friend Ingrid. My client who came to me, this was her Facebook wall. It had a photo of a mountain on it. I have no idea where that is. I look at that and it's meaningful to her, don't know what it means. I have no idea where it is. And what we looked at was, okay, how do we make you stand out? How do we draw people in to want to work with you? And when we looked into what was her story, her struggle, or her soapbox, she started to tell me how here she was, had achieved a good rank in her company, and yet was not at the top rank that she wanted to be. She was going for regional vice president. She was not there yet. And when we started to dive into her story, she shared with me how her father had had a lot of money but lost it all. He had lost it all because of alcoholism. And she had this internal message that said, success is for everybody else, but it's not for me. As a result, because of that limiting belief, she was discounting everything that she had achieved in her life up until this point. I mean, here she was in Australia, had been in the film industry. Here she'd moved to the US and had opened up a spa. Here in her own network marketing company was generating over $250,000 in sales for her business, and was discounting all of that. That was holding her back in seeing that success at the next level was possible. When we started to look at everything that she had accomplished, she just welled up with this sense of purpose and her belief that she could do it. She shared it with her team. They all of a sudden started hitting rank advancements in the month of December, in the middle of the Christmas season, because she was now tapped into her purpose. We brought this into her branding and her messaging and her sharing stories intentionally on Facebook around, have you struggled feeling like success is for others, but you're ready to have it for yourself? I can help. And she started to share her story, and she shared she chose the company that she chose. She shared what was her mission. Simon Sinek wrote a book called Start With Why. Companies who have had a strong why for what they're doing, a mission behind what they did, hit the highest levels of achievement in the business arena. The same thing for you. What's going to make people reach out to you and say, I want to work with you, is when you share those things that they can resonate with. They're like, oh my gosh, that's my pain island right now. I do get scared that maybe success is for others and not for me. And so she started having people reach out to her. Her team resonated so much with it. They hit ranks that they hadn't ever hit before, all within the first couple of weeks of her tapping into this and being intentional about what she was doing on Facebook. Now I'm going to go into a really key strategy to launch it effectively. And here's another one. This is what many of you are doing. You're putting a post that is a quote from somebody else. And it's like, okay, this isn't even attractive. I mean, I'm sorry, Mr. Churchill, complete respect. However, this doesn't draw me in. It's just like, okay, I see that, but why is that meaningful to her? It doesn't draw me in. I don't know why it's personal to her. And so what we did was we tapped into what was her struggle. What was the struggle that she had had? What was her purpose? Why was she here? Why did she choose this company? What was she intending to do? Now, many of you are doing vision boards. You're talking about why you're doing your business, but you're doing it in such a way that it's about you. You're putting the pictures of the cars that you want, the money that you want, the vacations that you want. I want you to think about your why as it relates to others and what you're really accomplishing through your business when it comes to the service of others. Now, what we tapped into for her was the fact that she had had a birth plan that she wanted to have with her first child, and she did not get to have that. As a result, her oldest daughter was 10 years old and she had other children, but she did not have that connection with her oldest the way that she wanted. And she saw that it was some of what had happened at her birth plan during the birth of that child and some of the key moments that she wasn't able to enjoy in connection, but also how those beliefs were limiting her from having connection with her child. She wanted to be a doula. And so I said, but wait a minute, you're in network marketing. What's that got to do with your business? And we tapped into the fact is that she was all about that bond of a mother with their child, of a father with their child, of parents with their children. And so her work as a doula tied into her work in network marketing because she could help parents to be able to spend time with their kids, not being out in the world having multiple jobs or jobs that were taking them away, but instead create time freedom to be able to enjoy their kids. So she came from a place of a mission and a purpose and a story that was all around that. Do you desire a deep bond with your child and a lifestyle that supports what you value most? I'm here to help. Now, you might be asking, what's this profile here? That was her doula role. helping pregnant women. And this sunlight for her was the name of her daughter. That brightness, that sun, that's what her daughter's name meant. And so with this, every single time that she saw this was tapping her into her purpose. Now, the thing that I say is to create a life that you're so alive that people say, I'll have what she's having. I'll have what he's having. And that is exactly what happened to Giselle. She's like, Vanessa, I am so alive that the people who I had previously talked to, they're now approaching me. They're sending me messages. They're saying, girl, what is going on? She's saying it's that whole I'll have what she's having. They're sensing it. I'm a new person. And the results that were created as a result of that. Now, here's another one. Many of you fall into this trap. Posting photos of your team or posting photos of activities that you may have done with your company. This means nothing to the average person who's looking at your wall. What's that mean? Who are those people? Is that just a girls' night out? I don't know that that's your team. I don't know what they mean to you. I don't know what's the difference in your life. And so what we tapped into with Joanna's story was the fact that she had come from a place of fear and being paralyzed with that, and what her network marketing business helped her do to come out of that shell and really live that fun and vibrant life and person that she was. And she started to bring that forth into her posts, into her branding, and it just created this stir amongst everyone that she'd previously talked to, and this confidence in what she was doing, why she was doing it. Here's another one, another trap many of you fall into, placing a photo. This was my client, Randy. I was like, Randy, which one is you? I mean, I knew which one was him, but I said, I'm looking at this. If I'm a prospect, I don't know which one is you. I don't know what's meaningful about this. And this, okay, this looks interesting, but it looks like everybody else. This was a simple tweak. We didn't even do professional branding. He went and put together a collage because he had had success, $25,000 check, and a company car that was earned, team members on his team earning cars, and he changed out his photo. Instead of just two people in it, it's now him. And this simple change plus a launch formula I'm going to show you here created, he's like, Vanessa, I can't believe it. I cannot believe that now I'm getting attention of people that I've been trying to talk to for 2 years. I want to go into a really specific plan of what to do. Now you've switched out, you got your branding, you know what kind of posts to be putting with your everyday posting on Facebook. Now I'm going to talk to you a very specific launch formula so that you can do this within the next week and get a flood of volume. Randy did this. He worked with me. We launched a launch for him. So literally today is Friday. Next week, those of you who are on this webinar could create this same launch formula that I'm going to show you. And what happened to him was 2 years he was in the business, had one leg that was completely blown out. He needed to grow his other legs. So his personal activity was critical because he didn't have teams that in those shorter legs to be able to really multiply. It was like, okay, I've got one blown out, I got to do these others. And he created, from doing this launch formula, I'm going to show you within a week's time, I think less than a week, he's like, Vanessa, 2 years I've been in this business. There's some people are coming out of the woodwork, and people I've never talked to before coming and approaching me. And I said, let's quantify this. What are the packages you're talking to them about coming in with? 5,600. Could you imagine creating 5,600 personal volume within the next week and having your team duplicate this formula and what kind of momentum you're talking about? This is what is being accomplished by these case studies I'm showing you. So I'm going to show you step by step exactly what to do, because what this is designed to do is to bring you in leads. Leads. Many of you are, even people you've talked to in the past, how do you get them back engaged in talking with you? So we're going to do, this is like a grand opening of your business. This is exactly what I did a couple of years ago when I told you I was going for doubling my volume by the end of the year, and I was doing it in I think it was 5-6 week period. And I I acted like I was starting from scratch, but this time I was sharing why I was doing what I was doing. I was more intentional about sharing my story. I was sharing where I was going, and I launched myself, and it created people reaching out to me because I started to post those visions of what I was creating, and people saw that, and they saw the leadership of what I was doing, and it caused that stir. And so how do you do that if you've already been in network marketing for a really long time? Because now many of you are driving people to opportunity meetings. Why do opportunity meetings work? Because people are sharing stories. I'm showing you how to bring this onto an online platform so that you're optimizing online leads. So you're going to create an event in Facebook. It's just a launch. You're going to choose a date, and you're going to post it as a live event on your personal page. It's super, super simple. I don't want you to invite anybody until you create it first. So you're going to go on your Facebook. You're going to create a launch that is, in essence, and here's the template of what you're going to say on that launch. It's basically an invitation to others to come and see and hear the purpose-driven reason why you're doing the business that you're doing. And it's by invitation only, by referral and invitation only. It would mean the world to me to have you attend. I'll be sharing for the first time publicly a story that's very personal to me, and what I recently tapped into is the deeper reason why I do what I do. I'm on a mission to share what I was personally able to overcome to offer hope to others. I'm sharing this with you so you can get a better idea of the work I'm up to in the event you or someone you know could benefit from my services. It would mean the world to me to have your support in the launch of my business. Now, this is the exact formula that Randy used. He posted this image right here as his event invitation, and he sent it out. That exact script, I mean, he followed to the T what I told him to do. He used that exact script I just showed you. 62 people. 62 people. I think I asked him how many friends he had on Facebook, like 1,200. So 62 people. What if you could share your message, share your story, have 62 people hear it at once and be reaching out to you in private message? That's what happened as a result of this. Now, this formula is intended to be 30 minutes or less is your launch. Now, you're not going into sharing about the opportunity of your company and all of those little details. What you're doing is you're creating a stirring. Okay, you'll get people who are reaching out to you who you've previously spoken to, or people you've never spoken to before. The format of this launch is you're going to have somebody else introduce you. Third-party validation is created by somebody else introducing you. You're going to have a team member, somebody who's worked with you before, testify about what it's like to work with you. And you're going to share what you're doing, why you're doing it, why you chose your company as a vehicle for that, how you can help others. That transformation, that service of people who are experiencing the same thing that you may have experienced in your past, where whatever it was your personal transformation. I shared yesterday in my story how desperately I wanted to be home with my kids, and so the reason why I went into network marketing was so that I could be able to be home with them after already trying a franchise and trying other things. And I was so tired of seeing videos of my kids during the day while I was at work and saying, I'm supposed to be in those videos. That's me. I'm their mom. I want to be with them. And so that would be a similar story to what I would share in a launch that is speaking to other people who may be able to resonate with that. I was successful in corporate, but I wanted time freedom. And so there's others in corporate who could hear that story, or there's people who get on that launch and say, I know somebody like that. And all of a sudden you're speaking at a human level. You're speaking to the emotional state, because people make decisions in emotional state. And you know, when I shared with you about the Pain Island and Pleasure Island, when I was sharing with you that visual, why does this matter? Because people make decisions from that emotional state. Once you start getting into all the features and benefits about your company or the product, you're getting them into their mental state. And when people get into a mental state, they talk themselves out of it. So you're talking to them. When you share stories, when you share things that are personal to you, you're engaging at an emotional level, which is where people make their most powerful decisions. And so this is a super simple formula for you to be able to bring your story. Now, what does this launch look like? It looks exactly like what I'm doing here, a Google Hangout, where you go on Google, you press, schedule a Hangout, and you're going to put that link on your Facebook event. And all you're doing is you're getting to tell a story just like I did, inviting you in with the video. You're bringing them in and connecting with them at a deeper level because you're sharing those things that are engaging with them at an emotional level, those stories, and you're also sharing why you're doing what you're doing. And people who you've been talking to for years, they're finally getting it. They're seeing the bigger picture of what you're doing, and by them being able to sit in and listen, it's something that's non-threatening to them because it's not a direct communication. It's an invitation that allows them to listen, to say, is this for me or not? And then when they get stirred and they see and it starts to tap into, oh my gosh, I can really change my situation. Randy's done it. He's proving it out. I wish I would have listened to him. Maybe now's the time. And that's how I started to get those private messages. Those of you who are on this call and you're saying, I am so committed to my goal by the end of the year. I know I can do this. How do I get other people to get the picture of what I'm doing? I hear this all the time from network marketers that I work with. They're like, they just don't get it. They just don't get it. So how do you get people to get it? How do you get them to see the vision of what's possible? You must engage at an emotional level. And that's what is so powerful about the launches, is because it allows you to bring that story to the forefront. It's scheduling an event. It's hosting one of these hangouts. It's sharing it within 30 minutes or less, and then making an invitation at the end and saying, you know what, if this is you, if you would like to explore whether or not this could be a solution to you, I invite you to message me and we'll schedule a time to connect. It may or may not be the right fit, but if this is resonating with you, I want to offer the chance for you to really explore. When you make that invitation, that's when you get this flood of people who are messaging you and saying, I want to hear more. I want that. And especially if they feel that you are giving them a safe place to explore it without it having to be a yes for them, that's an energy that you are able to bring into that hangout that is communicated verbally and visually by you being on a Google Hangout, that is more powerful than anything that could be in written format and messages back and forth. Now, I'm going to share with you what to say if somebody reaches out to you. Okay, what do you say? How do you not lose the enthusiasm of somebody who's reached out to you on Facebook, socially, from a post, from your launch, from you switching out your banners and your images? Now you're getting people reaching out to you. What do you say? I'm going to share that with you. Okay, so what you're going to cover on the call, not the company opportunity call, this is different. You're going into your story, why you joined this particular company as it relates to where you're in life now or your purpose, how it's tapped into a deeper sense of purpose for you and helping people with XYZ. What do you really help people with? And walk through that on there. And then as you have somebody else share a testimony of what it's been like to work with you, it's validation. Hey, this person really does do this kind of stuff. They've done it in my life. And then after that, going into the call to action of how they can potentially work with you or look at that as a vehicle for their life of additional time freedom or money or income. So that's that. How many of you are sharing your story on social media now? I want to know. Put it in the comments. Say, Vanessa, no, I'm not, or yes, I am. How much of your story are you bringing into your social media posts? How much of your story are you bringing not just into your opportunity meetings, but you're doing it right there on social media? I want to know. Put it in there. Yes, I do this a lot, or no, I need to do more of this. Go ahead and put that in the comments below. I'd love to know. Okay? So here we go. Here's the third strategy. Now, some of you will tap into an endless source of leads just from all those Facebook friends and everybody that you already have on your Facebook wall. You can literally utilize that, and there's one person leads to another, people reaching out. You have a consistent flow of leads, of prospects reaching out to you. Now, what if you want to draw more? What if you want to expose it to more people? Facebook ads is a key resource that we may not always have to the degree that we have it right now. We may not have it because Facebook is the #1 marketing tool right now for Facebook ads because it's so highly targeted to whom you can run your ads. Now, many of you are here because you saw an ad. And how did I choose you? I chose you because I looked for #1, what are your likes and interests? You are trying to build a business in network marketing. You're a heart-centered individual. You want to help people. You don't want to do this in a salesy way. You want to be smart about what you do. Your main driver is that you are trying to do it for values and principles that are guiding your life, whether it's to spend more time with your family and also make a difference. Like, those are the kind of people who are attracted to the work that I do. So I can highly target based on your interests, that those are the individuals who see my ads. Now tell me in the comments below, did you see me on a Facebook ad? Because I'm showing you real-time, real-life example of how this is applicable because you're here as a result of that. Likely. I know that how many people we had registered for the webinar, and there were 70% that came from Facebook ads. So why Facebook? Because these ads that you're seeing, now they're showing in the Facebook feeds, just like a regular post. And everybody is, 70% of the people who are seeing these are on mobile devices, and so you can target mobile or you can target desktop. You can highly target who those ads are to, and so you're probably seeing this. If you pay attention, you'll see it says sponsored posts. And these are within social media, but it's about being personal on there. It's about, if you notice on the post that you saw, the ad that I ran, it said, hey, it's Vanessa here. I mean, there was a specific language to draw you in that was personalizing it. It didn't just look like look at this ad here, that it may not stand out, but how do you draw in those people? So that is one of the resources that is available to you, is running it. So now you've branded yourself. You got your personal page working for you. You got your business page working for you. You got your images working for you. You've got your posts working for you. Now you can do a launch within the next week to get a flood of leads all at one time from one event working for you. And then you can use this strategy of the Facebook ads to run even more traffic to what you've already created from each one of those other actions, because you're just running them to an image, a launch that you might be doing. You're running it to all of that. So you're having those people who are looking at that and engaging because they're personally getting who you are and the value that you bring to their life through that Facebook medium. So I had to go through this really fast here. I want to share with you, before I share the tip on how do you take somebody what do you do with these people who are now reaching out to you? People who are reaching out to you from your Facebook post, people who are reaching out to you from your launch, people who are reaching out to you because they see and they get more what you're doing and why you're doing it. What do you say to them? What's the first thing that you need to say so that you don't turn that warm lead into a cold lead? So I'm going to go into that. But I know some of you today are saying, okay, Vanessa, I want to take these things that you're sharing with me. I want a step-by-step plan. I want to see examples of launches of people who have done this before. Do you have examples? Yes, I have these examples. I have the formula for the launch of what to do in exact sequence. I have all of that available for you. I want to share with you where those of you who know that you want to have some additional support in this so that you can really create those results over the next 90 days and hit that momentum, hit that volume growth, hit those rank advancements, hit that car bonus, hit that trip that you're trying to earn. If you want all of that and you're saying, I want to create this momentum, then I want to invite you that you can get additional support. You're getting these things here today that you can implement right away and do yourself. But if you're saying, I want to take this even further, I want to invite you to the Profit with Honor program. I want to where this entire system is laid out for you step by step by step, and you can interact with me, supporting you in pulling out your story, supporting you in tapping into your purpose, supporting you in how do you craft your posts in such a way that it draws people in, supporting you in such a way that people you start to grow your following and people messaging you. If you want that support at a deeper level, I want to invite you, because I do have a way where you can take this even further, because some of you are hungry to hit those goals. And so that is this Profit with Honor launch formula. And this launch formula for network marketers, specifically, how do you brand yourself? It's the Profit with Honor way of doing business. It's honoring yourself, honoring others, and honoring this process that really works. And there's details about this. I'm going to give you the page. It's profitwithhonor.com/go. And I'm going to walk you through this, and then I'm going to share with you that what do you do to respond to the people who have reached out to you from Facebook. But this Profit with Honor system it's a launch formula, an online launch formula, so that you can really get that exposure and visibility on Facebook and optimize everything that is available to you. Now, I could only go into everything so far on this webinar because of the limited time that we had, but this Profit with Honor system is created to help you identify your purpose, help you to have a branding roadmap where it all fits together around the most powerful transformation that you offer in the lives of others, and how your company is a vehicle for that, how you can draw more people in, and how you can create a unique presence in the marketplace that has people say yes to working with you. We go through this particular launch in very much detail and examples of others who have done it, so you can watch those. You can see how people got results and how to have somebody introduce you, how to share your story, how to share why you chose your company, how to have somebody to share a powerful testimonial, and how to have a call to action that has people say yes to you. So in this Profit with Honor system that I invite those of you who are saying, I want to take this further, you're going to get 4 modules plus time management. And I want to offer the first 20 people who want to be a part of this group that I'm going to be walking hand in hand with you to launch your brand, to launch you on Facebook, and to optimize even Facebook ads at a deeper level. It's only for the first 20 people. You're going to walk deeper into discovering your purpose. This has been so transformational for the clients that I've done and turned their businesses around, just getting clarity on this piece. Now, there's something super, super, super special, because besides these 4 modules that I already went through, we're taking this to a whole nother level and getting this out to serve network marketers. And so I've partnered with a gentleman who actually ran my ads for me, that created an additional over 6 figures over this past year from utilizing Facebook as a primary means. That income stream alone from Facebook. And these gentlemen, Shane Johnson, Ryan Skelly, they have Area 51 Facebook ads. And this is a unique experience that you can have step by step. How do you optimize Facebook leads? Now, here's the thing. Facebook, the ads are always changing, the rules that are in Facebook, and to keep up with that, even if you try to figure it out yourself, there's some really strategic things to do to get a 10-time conversion in it. And this is why they call it the 10 times conversion method. And this is a bonus that we're putting into the Profit with Honor launch formula. If you're saying, I want to get the Facebook, I want to launch myself, I want to make the correct posts, and how do I also do the Facebook ads? That's what this is. It's exactly the step-by-step system that is perfected on the Facebook ad portion of Facebook. And it's additional support directly from these gentlemen and from me during this period of the next 45 days, that you can run this launch multiple times and get the flood of momentum that you want over the next couple months to finish this year strong. Now here's the thing, that you can use this formula over and over and over. Every single new business partner who comes into your business can not only do a launch, whether you're doing it in your home or whether you're doing it one-on-one, and now take that same launch online, as we've outlined here. And so you're going to get, how do you understand your customer and what is going to make them take action on Facebook. You're going to get advanced strategies of how do you get those exact target prospects that have been your best leaders in your past, or the kind of people that you want to target in your ads. How do you do that so you're not just having these go out to everybody who might be on Facebook, that you're highly targeting it to the exact kind of people who've been your best prospects, the people who are going to duplicate your success. And lead generation on Facebook. Now, it also includes a formula for how to use webinars, these Google Hangouts events, how to create ads and retargeting it on Facebook. Something really special that we're doing for the first 20 as well with this is that you're going to get access to a private call where you're going to get support on your specific ads. So you're not only getting support on your purpose, you're not only getting support on your launch, but you're getting support on, okay, now you want to add ads to it, how you can, with a very small investment of an ad budget, take advantage of getting additional eyeballs to see your launch, additional eyeballs to see your posts, so that you can start getting other people whom you may have never had exposure to on Facebook connected to you and interested in working with you. Another bonus that we're throwing into today for those of you who want the Profit with Honor launch formula is a live ticket, a ticket to my live event in October, that I'm walking through strategies around marketing and branding for you personally. This is an intensive where you're going to get individualized attention to take your branding to another level. If you're saying, Vanessa, I already have an online presence, but it doesn't really reflect the fullness of myself. It doesn't really reflect, it doesn't help position me as a thought leader in my industry. It doesn't really stand out. We're going into those at our live event where we can map out a 90-day strategy for your branding to truly have it reflect you and create at an entire different level, up-level your business on a branding level. This is going to be taking place at a 5-star resort in Las Vegas, individualized attention, and it's October 9th through the 12th. This will be taking place. This includes a ticket to No Glass Ceiling, where you're going to learn strategies. Now, one of the key things that I do with my clients is, how do you have somebody sign up for the biggest package possible in your business? How do you have the boldness to ask for that? How do you overcome the objections of, I don't have enough money, or, you know, I can't afford that right now? How do you do that? This is what my clients were creating. They're like, Vanessa, I can't believe it. I was selling an RSVP for $350, and now people are coming in at $2,000 pack or $1,000 pack, and they're making their money back before the credit card becomes due. How do you have the confidence to get that kind of duplication on your business? We're going over those sales strategies at this event. I'll be a speaker amongst these other speakers that will be here, author of Think and Grow Rich for Women. All of this is focused around high-end sales and getting affluent clients. So if you're saying, okay, I want this Profit with Honor system, I want to review what you would get by taking advantage of what we're doing today, because what we've done is we've rolled in all of these into a price of what's less than any single individual item. The online launch formula in and of itself is $9.97 normally, just on itself. The 45 days of live coaching support that you would get from me, plus the call of support with Ryan and Shane on your Facebook ads. You're going to get the Facebook 10 times conversion formula. That alone is $4.97. You're going to get a ticket to branding and marketing, the intensive in October, a ticket, no additional cost. That event alone is $9.97. And a ticket to No Glass Ceiling, where you're going to get those high-end sales strategies. Those are taking place October 9th through the 12th, those two events. You get all of that today for less than the cost of the launch formula of itself. So the first 20 people who are saying, Vanessa, I want to take this further. I want to get all of these strategies to take my business to the next level. This is the thing. I have made it as simple as possible for you to get started today. If you go to profitwithhonor.com/go, you're going to see that you can get started today for $349. You can get started today and make that money back before the next payment is due. You can pay in full for $9.97 or do 3 payments, and you can make your money back before the first payment is actually due on your credit card. That is how I teach you how to make your money back right away. So this is an investment with a return on investment that you're seeing results immediately. So not only are you going to pay off what you may invest in this program, you're going to hit those volume goals where you could literally double your volume, increase your check between now and the end of the year at such a level that you could be hitting those goals that are the most significant for you. It's not too late. I don't know where you might be now between what has the last 9 months look like for you for 2014, but you can hit those goals between now and the end of the year. And if that's for you, you can go, and for those first 20 people will get those additional bonus sessions for the Discover Your Purpose session and the Facebook ads, walking you through hand in hand for you to be able to do them live and run ads live. And so we're running this today, and it's at the lowest price I've ever done it, and never has been bundled into all of this together. Never, ever, ever, ever. Shane and Ryan said, Vanessa, we believe so much in what you're doing because I've shared my vision for this industry with them and how people are being transformed by the work. They know. They've been working with me over the last year. And they said, we so believe in this. We want to be a part of it. They put in the bundle for the Facebook ads. My friend Kelly, who's running the sales event at the No Glass Ceiling event, she's a part of it. So now you're getting all of these additional benefits, these additional support for your business, all packaged into one. All packaged into one. And I've intentionally made it so that it's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer for you. You can do 2 modules, and you can say, you can test it out, use it. I stand 100% behind all of the work that is the Profit with Honor program. I stand 100% behind the results that you'll get from it because I've seen over and over and over and over the clients who have used it who are saying, I need strategies beyond what I've been doing in the past and I need to get results today. How do I do that? Being equipped with this is the way that you will get those additional results. Now, here's the other thing that I want to point out. You can get that first payment, you can get the entire thing financed. This is what I didn't know before. But on PayPal, when you go to check out on PayPal, you have the option of getting 0% financing through PayPal itself. You can get that if you're saying, I don't have the space on my credit card. I don't have the space financially to be able to do this, Vanessa, even if I had the assurance that I would make my money back before it was due. I'm not sure. Well, you get that through PayPal. This is what clients have been doing, is that 0% financing. Now, I can't guarantee you'll get it, but it's been remarkable the percentage of people who have applied for that and gotten it. So apply for that PayPal 0% financing. Now you've got the money to get the program, create the return on investment for a system that you can duplicate and use throughout your team, and you can use over and over and over and create leads on demand. Now, those of you who are saying, I want this now, those first 20 are getting the best deal. They're absolutely getting the best deal, because what I've seen is that those people who take action fast are the ones who get the best results. However, if you're saying, okay, I'm willing to not get the 20, the first 20 action bonuses that exist, the Discover Your Purpose session, as well as the session of walking you through your Facebook ads personally, then just know that this is not going to be available past September 20th. We're running this over this next week, but this will not exist in this package bundle ever again. It just won't. We've come together to offer the best combination of everything we know to equip you to get these results immediately. The formula, the online launch formula, 45 days of live coaching support with me. How I want to tell you that is a key thing that has helped clients take it to another level, because there's all kinds of network marketing programs in the marketplace, but you don't get coaching. You don't get access to the person who's teaching these principles. With this, you will. With this, you'll be able to jump on the phone during our coaching calls and be able to ask questions with other people who are focused on putting these exact principles into place. You'll get to see the results of other people who are posting things that are now resonating with their audience. They're now resonating with friends and family on Facebook that it hasn't before. That's one of the best bonuses that everybody always comments that they love the most, was that live support. You're going to get the Facebook ads conversion formula. You're going to get the ticket to the live event. You're going to get the ticket to the No Glass Ceiling event. All of this bundled in together into one. So again, the first 20 get the additional bonuses of Discover Your Purpose session and the one call that we're doing with Ryan and Shane for support of those who are running their Facebook ads. If that's you, profitwithhonor.com/go. Take advantage of that immediately, because once those 20 spots are taken, that's going to close. Now, I want to share with you, what do you do when people are reaching out to you? What do you do? What's the number one thing you do when they're reaching out to you from your post, from the banner that you switched out, from your photos that you're switching out, from your launch that you did, from any ads that you run and they're responding to? So what's your new problem? Your new problem is you have all these leads that are coming into your inbox on your messaging on Facebook. How do you not turn them off? The way you don't turn them off, and the number one question that I have every single prospect answer, and that you will use this, is this is it. What is it that piqued your interest? What is it that piqued your interest? That's the question that you ask, because you know what? That'll give you insight into how have they already sold themselves. Because no matter what else may come up, no matter what objection may come up, no matter when they may talk themselves out of it, no matter when they may vacillate whether or not they're going to join your opportunity or work with you, if you have written down the answer to what has piqued your interest or what resonated with you most, you have just discovered how they sold themselves. The rest gets to be the process that you're going to be answering their questions and confirming that this is a right fit for both of you and having them join your business. It works every single time. I'm going to give you an example of how this worked for me. Whenever my sponsor in network marketing said, Vanessa, you're successful in corporate, you're successful in the businesses that you started, take a look at this network marketing business. And I was like, I do not have time. I'm working full time, I'm running a franchise full time. But along the way, I had told her, I wonder if I could actually build this business and tap into the franchise, the membership. We had women, it was a women's fitness franchise. I said, I might potentially be able to share this with them. Later on, when she was sharing with me about the business, and I was like, get off my back, I'm not interested, back away, get away, she repeated back to me what I had said. She's like, I totally understand. I remember you saying that you wanted to tap into that market that was the women, the female members of your gym. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's right. I did say that. I'd forgotten about that. And because she brought me back to the way I had already closed myself, I got a sense of urgency. And I said, I cannot wait until I sell my gym to do network marketing. I've got to do it now. All my excuses of time and money and everything else disappeared when I was reminded of how I had already closed myself. So if you have a prospect, you're implementing these strategies, you're posting in a way that taps into their emotional state, not just their mental state, by sharing your story, by sharing why you chose your business, by switching out your images in such a way that it's standing out in the marketplace, by running a launch that captivates others because you're sharing at a deeper level the why behind what you're doing. They're going to reach out to you, guaranteed. Let me ask you, how many prospects do you have today who are asking you about your business? If you do nothing different, what do you plan to do? Are you just going to go out there and try to go back to the people you've already talked to in the past, or try to reach out to people? Here's a means by which to have people reaching out to you, a means by which to have leads. Think of the difference that just even one person asking you about your business could do, because that new business partner saying yes could now be a whole new flood of people that you tap into because of who they know, by helping them get started, by helping them tap into their warm market, by helping them market their business effectively. Now you have just taken what were 0 leads coming into you and exponentially turned that around with a system that you can duplicate over and over and over. That is what I'm equipping you with today. That is what I'm equipping you. And for those of you that it's right to take it further and you want the profit with honor, the online launch formula, those examples of launches, those examples of posts, those examples of what to do in videos to have people resonate with them, those examples of how to craft your posts, those examples of people who've actually done the launches. If you want those and the step-by-step formula, how to do it, that's the Profit with Honor launch formula. You can go to profitwithhonor.com/go. The first 20 people get the session, Discover Your Purpose, where we get your message. We craft out your marketing message for the next year. What your posts are going to look like, a simple strategy to get them out. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I never have to think again about this. It's automatic in these simple little changes that you're doing on Facebook, getting a massive windfall of results. So if that's for you, I want to encourage you. You're backed by a money back guarantee that if you take the first 2 classes and if you don't absolutely love it and get results immediately, I'm talking about within this next week, I'm happy to give you your money back. I'm here to support people who are going to take action, because I know if you implement these, you will get results. It's happened. 100%. 100%. Actually, I've never had a single person ask for their money back. So if that tells you anything, that tells you that they got the results, the ones who implemented the strategies, and they got a support in a way that was different than everything else that's in the network marketing industry right now, a way that feels amazing, because you're going to get the scripts. Oh, I failed to mention that the 4th class, in this launch formula, the connections that convert, is how to close. How do you get them to close at the highest level packages? How do you overcome their objections? This was I had people say from this class alone was worth the entire course. So that's what class number 4 is. You're going to get all of that in the program. Again, bonus number 1, the Facebook ads. Bonus number 2, the ticket to the live event in Vegas. Bonus number 3, the No Glass Ceiling event. These are combined, same location. And the Discover Your Purpose session for the first 20 people, and the call with Shane and Ryan to go over your specific Facebook ads and how to get more people clicking on them, listening and seeing your material, and reaching out to you. If you're saying, I've already exhausted my list, I've exhausted my Facebook page, I need new eyeballs to look at what I have, then that is the solution for you. So again, if this is for you, I invite you to step into this new way of doing business and network marketing, a way that honors yourself, a way that helps you get to the top. You get to the top in network marketing. You're getting guidance from somebody who's already done it, not only once, but twice, in a way that honors yourself, honors your prospects, and honors a process that really works. This is just one little piece of it, of how do you get brand new leads and optimize Facebook, the tool that you're on every single day. How do you take advantage of that so that you are not just posting personal things, but you're posting in such a way that you're getting prospects out of it? So thank you so much for your time. It was my honor to have you on here. Beijos.